Morphing object. On October 24, 2024, around 11:22 p.m., a person in Phoenix, Arizona, reported seeing something strange in the night sky while walking their dogs. They filmed the event and later posted 2 videos online. The first video shows the object as it appeared in the dark sky. The second video uses a negative filter to reveal more details. In this version, the object seems to change its shape, which makes the sighting even more mysterious.
Could be a drone. It's what?
Could be a drone, but it also could be.
I don't know, because it's kind of weird, odd shaped.
It is UFO because we don't know what it is.
Oh, all right. She thinks she's an alien. She wants them to take her home. E.T. This is really odd looking. Can you still see it?
Yeah.
Wait, really? I can't see that part.
Not now. You can't see it?
I can see it still, yeah. Look at this. Come here. Come here, hurry up. Look on my screen.
Sorry.
Come here, buddy.
The witness explained that the object was bright and unusual. It did not look like a normal airplane, helicopter, or drone. Instead, it seemed to move in a silent, steady way. The negative video gave viewers the impression that the object had shifting edges or changing form, which many found difficult to explain. Because of this, people began to debate online about what the object could be. Some believe the sighting could have a simple explanation, like a drone with lights, a bright planet, or even a balloon reflecting light. Others suggest that the strange changes in shape were caused by the camera, since filming in low light often produces distortions. On the other hand, a few people think this could be an example of an actual unidentified aerial phenomenon, especially since Phoenix has a long history of reported UFO sightings, including the famous Phoenix Lights event in 1997. Without more information, such as the size of the object, how high it was, or how long it stayed visible, it is difficult to reach a clear answer. The weather, nearby air traffic, and other local factors could also play a role in what was seen. Still, the video captures the imagination because it shows something that does not fit into an ordinary explanation right away. In the end, the Phoenix sighting remains open to interpretation. It adds one more piece to the growing puzzle of strange objects in our skies. Whether it was something normal seen under unusual conditions, or something beyond current understanding, it continues to fuel curiosity and conversation among people interested in the mystery of UFOs. Stationary orb, sudden dart with trail. On the night of August 18, 2025, around 11:05 p.m., an unusual light was seen above Stolita Beach in Crete, Greece. The witness, who was sitting at a restaurant, noticed a bright orb-like object hovering silently over the beach. At first, it seemed like it could be a light on a small island, as Crete is surrounded by many such landforms. But the behavior of the object quickly ruled out that idea. The witness took a photograph using a Samsung phone at 30x zoom. The image showed a bright, circular object that appeared fixed in the sky. It remained in place for about 5 minutes, not moving at all, which made it even more noticeable. Later, when another picture was attempted, the orb suddenly shifted, leaving behind a visible trail of light as it moved. This created the impression that the object had darted across the sky, unlike anything a normal airplane or star would do. Over a period of about 2.5 hours, the witness reported seeing the object 3 times. Each time, the duration and behavior varied, but the pattern of glowing, pausing, and then moving with a streak of light was repeated. During the second instance, the witness managed to film the event. To rule out common explanations, the observer checked with astronomy apps like SkyLive to see if the light matched any planets, stars, or known objects. Nothing lined up with the sighting. This reduced the chance of it being a planet or star mistaken for something else. It also didn't act like a satellite or drone, which usually move in clear paths and do not hover for long. The experience left the witness puzzled. With no clear explanation from apps or ordinary reasoning, the glowing orb remains a mystery. Whether it was a drone with unusual lighting, a rare atmospheric phenomenon, or something truly unidentified, the sighting adds to the many unexplained aerial observations made across the world. non-airliner behavior. Every night, a man in Budens, Portugal, takes his dog for a walk and looks up at the sky. He often sees planes passing by, so he has become familiar with how they normally look. But on the night of September 12, 2025, he noticed something different. This object did not look like the usual planes he sees. Curious and surprised, he pulled out his phone and filmed it, even though he admitted the filming was a bit shaky. Later, he shared the video online, asking others if they could explain what it was. The video shows a light moving in the night sky. At first glance, it doesn't behave like a normal airplane. It doesn't blink or flash in the typical way, and its path seems unusual. Some people who saw the video suggested that it might simply be an airplane viewed from a strange angle, or perhaps a drone. Others thought it could be a satellite, or even space debris reflecting sunlight. There were also comments about camera artifacts, meaning the strange appearance could be caused by the way the camera recorded the object. Still, a few people were not satisfied with these explanations. They pointed out that the object seemed too steady to be a star, too unusual to be a plane, and too bright to be a balloon. For them, the object remained a true unidentified flying object, something unexplained. This sighting adds to the long history of people around the world noticing things in the sky that do not fit common patterns. Many of these sightings have simple explanations, but not all of them can be solved so easily. Whether this was a plane, a drone, or something more mysterious, it shows how the night sky can still surprise us. For the man in Budens, the experience was another reminder of how fascinating the universe is. Looking up at the stars, he found himself wondering again about what could be out there, and he wasn't alone, as thousands online joined him in asking the same question. Maneuvering craft. On the evening of April 29, 2025, at about 9:30 p.m. in France, a strange object was seen moving across the night sky. The witness used a Samsung S24 Ultra phone in 4K 60 video mode to record it, and the original uncompressed file is nearly 900 megabytes. The footage shows something that looked unusual and behaved in ways that normal aircraft usually do not. The object did not fly in a straight path. Instead, it changed direction several times, sometimes slowing down, then speeding up again as if it had control over its movements. At moments, its lights would suddenly switch off or disappear completely, only to reappear later. Toward the end of the sighting, the object left behind a visible trail, adding to the mystery. The witness eventually stopped filming when it moved too far away and out of sight. Several explanations could be possible, but none of them fully fit. A drone could explain the change of direction and light behavior, but most drones do not leave a noticeable trail in the sky. Aircraft or helicopters usually have steady navigation lights and make a clear sound, but none was reported here. A meteor or space debris could leave a trail, but they usually move in one direction and burn out quickly rather than slowing down or turning. Atmospheric effects, reflections, or camera artifacts may also be involved, but the description of controlled movement makes that less likely. France has a history of unusual sky sightings, and its space agency CAES even has a unit GAIPAN that studies reports of unidentified aerial phenomena. Some of these cases remain unexplained, and this sighting shares some of the same qualities: maneuverability, unusual lights, and a disappearing trail. In the end, the object remains unidentified. What makes it notable is not just its strange behavior, but the fact that it was captured on a modern phone with high-quality video. The sighting shows how ordinary people continue to record unusual phenomena in the skies, adding to the long history of unexplained aerial events that spark both curiosity and debate. Orange flicker emerging. On April 29, 2025, at about 9:25 p.m. in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, a local resident had a strange experience in the night sky. After returning home from the movie theater, he noticed something unusual while standing in his driveway. The clouds above a house across the street were glowing orange. At first, it looked like the light was either shining up from below or glowing from inside the clouds.
Look, guys. Look. What is it? Now it's dying out. Was that fireworks?
That was weird.
Moments later, a bright flickering light appeared to come out of the clouds. The witness quickly pulled out his iPhone 13 Pro Max and began filming. The object seemed to move slowly downward, glowing orange and flickering constantly before it faded away. The event was silent, no sound of engines, no buzzing like a drone, and no navigation lights like those on airplanes. After the light vanished, the witness continued recording in case it reappeared, but nothing more happened. This was especially strange for the observer because he had grown up in the area and was very familiar with the local sky. He had often seen planes, jets, satellites, shooting stars, and helicopters pass overhead, but this was different. His first thought was that it might have been an aircraft facing directly toward him, but the color and lack of sound didn't match. He also considered the possibility of a meteor, though meteors usually move much faster across the sky. The location had no nearby airports or military bases in the direction of the sighting, although Thunder Bay does sometimes get passenger planes and air ambulances. The weather at the time was clear but cold, with a temperature of -4 degrees and a light northeast wind. Some explanations could include a sky lantern drifting in the wind, a flare or firework, or even city lights reflecting off low clouds. The slow flickering orange glow and the way it faded strongly resemble a lantern burning out. However, the fact that it appeared to emerge directly from the clouds makes the event more mysterious. In the end, the witness remains uncertain. While the sighting likely has a simple explanation, it was strange and unusual enough to stand out from anything he had ever seen before.